Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
By the way, is that why convicts keister phones?
Yeah. Oh, God. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning into a very special con edition of Bone Throwers Theater.
Conning you.
Yay! Yeah. My name's Jordan.
Johnny.
Jeremy.
Stephanie.
Carlin.
Jeff.
And so we have something of a bit of a treat for you. We are at the first annual GAD-Con. GAD stands for Games and Dice, and we're located here in White Marsh, Maryland, hanging out with some friends and just enjoying the con scene. We are going to be breaking up this week into half-hour-long episodes of Fiasco. We're going to take a half-hour recording each day and release it as a special edition of Bone Throwers Theater. We'll probably skip Friday because that's when our main episode comes out, but we'll see what happens and we'll see where we go. So anyway, we're going to be playing this game called Fiasco, which is a pretty fun game. It's a GM-less system, so I actually get to play with you guys this time. It is described as a game of powerful ambition and poor impulse control.
Dran likes this.
Yes.
Dran likes this game.
Very much so. So it basically is meant to take the format of a movie, like a Coen Brothers movie, so think The Big Lebowski, Fargo, that type of thing, and you've got your idea for a game. It's played in 2 acts. There's a bit of a kerfuffle that goes on in the middle to give you a bunch of different things. So one of the things that you do for the game is you actually choose the play set that you're going to go ahead and play. It's more like you get a set of rules. It doesn't follow a specific genre. So we're going to talk about some of the sessions that we have spread out in front of us, and then we also have some in the back of the book. And then we'll go ahead and make a decision here. We've got, from the choices that we have here, we have Flight 1180, which is kind of Snakes on a Plane-ish, I guess you could say, or Airplane, or any of those movies. We also have Dragon Slayers, which is all about, playing old school Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
But it's the aftermath of a dungeon crawl.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice.
And then we also have Back to the Old House, which is a horror thing, kind of like the idea behind the Bates Motel, maybe American Horror Story in its first season, that type of thing. And then also we have Home Invasion, which has kind of a pretty interesting vibe because it's got kind of a feel that is reminiscent of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Burbs, Donnie Darko. Yeah, and it's like, what was it? Sometimes I just question your commitment to
Sparkle Motion.
Sparkle Motion, yes. Why are you wearing that stupid human suit? So anyway, those are some of the choices that we have. Do any of these look interesting to you guys?
Well, I originally gravitated to Back to the Old House just because I am a horror fan myself, and anything with a creepy house in it, I'm just going to gravitate to that one.
I've been in a mood to watch Donnie Darko lately, and stupid Netflix doesn't have it.
What? They had it a couple weeks ago.
I know. They took it off just in time for me to want to watch it. So I want to play Home Invasion.
And I think The Burbs was a hilarious movie, so
Yes, it
I would
was.
love to play some Home Invasion as well.
Dude, the pizza guy is coming.
Yeah, so I would love to play Corey Feldman. So
Yes.
I vote Home Invasion.
I could go with that. It is cool, too.
So it sounds like we have a bit of a winner here.
Yeah, Home Invasion.
Home Invasion. Okay, so let's go ahead and just clear these off the table so that we have plenty of room.
Let's proceed to invading a home.
Yes.
Jeremy and I were discussing the possibility of playing this game as our characters playing this game.
like up on the orbital station.
Right, yeah.
Get to know your teammates.
Right.
Invade their
Actually, I want
home.
to play as Bernard and Walter.
That would be funny.
I'm not playing
yeah.
as Katie O'Donnell.
So what we do at first is there's a bit of a setup thing that we have to do. So what we'll go ahead and do is grab the dice. These are actually the same dice that we use for actually playing the standard sessions of Bone Throwers Theaters. It works where you have 2 light die and 2 dark dice for each player. So here in front of us, 2, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 dice, if I do my math correctly.
That is correct.
Yes. Yay! So right now we're actually going to go ahead and begin the setup.
I think it's important to note that everyone here is experienced with this game except myself and Jeff.
Yes,
Yeah.
you and Jeff. So
So we will be getting a description of what's going on, so it will benefit you all
Yes.
right,
listening as well.
exactly.
We're the noobs.
The noobs. So first off, what we do is we grab the dice and we roll the dice.
I'm having a hard
Hold
time.
them all in
Yeah.
your hand, or do we need to split them up?
No, I have to be honest. I have very small girly hands, so
Would you like me to do it for you, Jordan?
Do you have a problem holding your Whopper?
Very
yes,
small.
yes, I do.
Very small.
Remember that commercial with the little hands and the Whopper?
All I remember
Okay.
is Austin Powers talking about little hands smell like cabbage.
Okay, so now we're
Carnies.
gonna sort the dice out by number, just so we know exactly what we have here.
How's there an 8 on that one die? I'm kidding.
Well, it's a magic die. It's kind of like the TV show Misfits, where the kid actually wins at Las Vegas by rolling a 7 on a 6-sided die.
Amazing.
Okay.
Not even possible.
Yeah, well, tell him that his
lot of
his
fives, a
superpower
lot of
was
twos.
magic. Yeah, so we got a lot. We've
Good
got
spread.
3 1s, 6 2s, 4 3s, 3 4s, 1 2 3 4 5 5s, and 2 6s.
That's a little confusing, Sam.
That would be 6.
Yes.
6 5s.
Yes.
Did you say 6'5"?
I
said
don't know.
5 5.
Oh.
I can't count. So what we go ahead now is the play sets that we have are a whole bunch of lists with the information on them, and there are like several different categories that they fall into. So there are relationships. So your relationship could be you work together in the homeowners association, or you have a sharing relationship, or the plan. Another thing that you could do is a business, or you could be neighbors, or you could be actual members of the family. The next thing that you have are the needs. And so if you remember from the character creation of the Bone Throwers Theater, what we did was we talked about like the different needs that they have. So the needs in this particular set is the needs to get into, and then you can choose some different things. To get out of, to get free, to get the plan in motion, to get over, or to get even. Now we've also got some locations that we could choose, like close quarters. Are you okay?
Stephanie's having problems.
Problems?
Giggle problems.
Oh, we're good. Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
So you could have like close quarters. You could have the old end, which could be like a cul-de-sac or something like that. You could have the new end of town. You could be someplace where you could get to by being walkable, or it might be somewhere that you can get to by being drivable, or it could be somewhere behind closed doors.
Ooh. What does that mean?
That's a good question.
Anything
We
and
will
everything.
find out.
Anything and everything. So the final segment is objects, and these objects could be the neighborhood watch, a plan related, home improvement, home degradation, distant and professional, and up close and personal. And the town that we're playing in is quote unquote Poppleton Terrace. Poppleton Terrace. I don't know why they named it. Kind of reminds me of like the Popples from the 80s. You remember those like?
Oh, I remember the Popples.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those things were weird.
They were, it's like it's a toy you could turn into a ball and then you
And they had a
unfold it.
cartoon on it too.
Yeah. It's like also like those monsters with chains on them.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. Enough reliving our mutual childhoods. So, what we do is the order in which it goes, who goes first, is actually the person from the smallest town, if I remember correctly. That would probably be Stephanie because she's actually from the middle of Idaho.
Well, it's not the
Well, I'm from the biggest town in Idaho,
What,
all right?
Boise?
It just doesn't
Actually,
really
I don't
compete.
know. I was born in Napoleon, Ohio, which is really small.
Yeah, I was born in California, so yeah, probably.
Napoleon,
Okay.
Ohio is, yeah, trust
born in
me.
Silver Spring.
The only thing they have is a Walmart.
Oh,
That's like it right now.
Nice. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to
Just a small town.
you'll want to take the playset
Yes.
and you'll want to
Choose a
start
relationship.
you'll want to start establishing relationships.
Okay.
Now
I
this
have some monkeys to help.
this relationship could be between you and Jeff,
Or me and
or
Stephanie.
you and Stephanie.
Okay, because they're
or it
so-
could also
Or
be
anyone else on the
between Johnny and Jeremy.
So I can choose relationships for other people to
Yes.
have?
But
Both
you
have to be
have
for a neighbor.
the category.
You just choose
Okay,
what you
only-
choose would be
If
like
I could, I would keep a running tally.
So
what you would choose would be like homeowners association,
Right.
sharing,
My horse.
the plan, that type of thing.
Okay. So I would just choose.
Yeah. So and whatever you would choose, then we would remove a die from that particular number.
So whatever
Yep.
category you choose,
Okay.
this one of these die.
Would
as
be
we-
randomly chosen?
No,
or-
it's when you.
The number that you select. See how each one of these has a number next to them.
Oh, and then it comes
and then
out of
that
the
die
pool.
comes
Yes.
out of the pool.
Okay, got it. So I can look through any of these main 6, and then I get to choose who it's between.
Yes.
Oh man, this is just—it's too juicy, too. You know. Well, you know, because of the dynamics in the actual game that we do in Bone Throwers, I think I want to turn things on their head a little bit and choose family for Jeremy and Stephanie.
Now, what number is that?
That
would
was
be
number 6.
number 6.
So,
Oh, that
You
leaves
got rid of
1
6
6
already.
oh yeah, that's right. Not a whole lot of 6s.
You're cool, man. I mean, we're looking for the concept.
We're in.
So
People are coming up and
People
talking to
coming
us.
up,
We're
yeah,
so
that's
famous.
fantastic.
Hi, folks.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike from Bel Air.
This is Mike from Bel Air. He wants to hear a little ditty called I don't know.
Fiasco. All right. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, family for Jeremy and Stephanie.
So you
Okay.
write that down.
So then do I pass this to them?
Now
and
you
then-
pass this on to Jeff,
All right.
because if I remember correctly, it goes
Clockwise.
left. Yeah, clockwise.
So then does he pick under the family? What
No.
they're-
No,
okay.
now he
Starts
picks
with all
another
relationships
relationship
For someone else.
for someone else. So
Okay.
he could establish the relationship that he has with you, or he could establish the relationship he has with me, or Johnny and Jeremy,
Got it.
or me and Johnny.
I think I read actually that he can specify that relationship or pick a category for it.
Yeah, but it's sometimes easier to set up the main
It's cleaner
relationship.
to do all the relationships
We'll make it
first.
the house rules.
for. I think that I'm going to choose the plan for myself and Carlin.
Oh, sounds good.
So go ahead and write that on your card.
What number is that?
That's
That's 3.
We have a few 3s. 3 3s left.
yeah.
What is in the plan?
Go ahead and write like the number 3 next to that, just so that we know. Just like put it in a parentheses or something. Yeah. Okay. So now it's my turn. Let's see what we've got here. We've got lots of 5s. So let's look and see what 5 is. Neighbors.
You got lots of 2s.
We got lots of 2s. So we've got sharing.
Don't look at me that way,
Oh,
Jordan.
he only looked at Stephanie and me.
Carlin, how would you feel if you had a sharing relationship between yourself and Stephanie?
It depends on what we're sharing.
That's what I was about to say.
Well, there are lots of number 4s available, so you just might find something interesting.
Oh, great.
Forbidden fruit.
That could happen.
Okay,
Hey, now.
Johnny. So, my relationship with you needs to still be established. My relationship with Jeff
And my relationship with Jeremy.
With Jeremy. Yeah.
All right.
Caring is sharing. I'm just thinking.
Sexually transmitted diseases is on that list too.
Great.
The black sour.
Is that number
taste.
6? There's only one of those left.
No, it's a number 3.
Oh, we got plenty of 3s.
We do. There's a lot of 2s, a lot of 5s.
There's a lot of 5s.
All right, I'm going to go with Neighbors, number 5. For, yeah, me and Jeremy.
Oh, you guys as neighbors.
Aw.
So sweet.
Wait, in an HOA, that could be a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true. But
I like number 5 under
you need to
Neighbors
cut down
is-
that dead
but
tree
not
from 2
for
years
long.
ago.
Whose dog is pooping on whose lawn?
Why is there human poop in my front yard?
He got real drunk last night.
Alright, so.
Garage just starts
The
glowing.
3 of us.
Okay.
Jordan has no relationship yet.
I am.
Working on it, all right?
On either end.
You got that message I sent you, right?
I did. Yeah.
Wow. Since we have a lot of
2s and 5s.
2s and 5s.
We already have a 5 chosen for that, though.
It's okay.
Oh. And a 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
We can do multiples if we want to.
There have
With
been
this
no
many
4s
players,
chosen.
there's kind of
Yeah.
bound to be some repeats.
Or 1's chosen.
Question. As far as the needs and so on and so forth, are we going to make those multiples because of the amount of die? Or dice?
Jeff and Jordan, Homeowners Association.
Homeowners Association.
Number 1.
That's going to be a rowdy homeowners association.
Did you guys get it?
I already took it out.
You must have at least 5 kegs in your front yard at all
Okay.
times.
So let's see.
Please install a
Who is that?
jacuzzi
The only
tub
one-
in your
Johnny
backyard.
and-
Yeah, the only one that's not been chosen yet is 3. But
The
no,
plan?
that was chosen.
Yeah, that's chosen.
Yeah.
Couldn't you do
Yeah.
that?
Except 4. Number 4.
I'm planning on one side and sharing
We
on
don't
the
have to do
other.
that one. You can do it.
Yeah, do whatever.
I think we can do this. Business.
Business?
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So,
so we're business.
number 4. 2 of you guys, business.
What's up, business, John?
It's
Jeremy?
business
Johnny.
time.
It's business time.
Not that kind of business.
Business sucks.
Because when everything's just right.
Yeah!
Not that kind of business.
No, that's the business Carlin
So
and I
then-
are sharing.
So
I'm
that's
going to start the recycling. It's not part of the foreplay, but it's still very important.
Wow.
so at this point, it's now been passed back to me.
Yes. So now what you can go ahead
So
and
I
do...
go to needs now.
What, no, what
Or-
you
Now
will
you're
do
going to
is
specify.
you're going to specify the relationship.
Further define.
So you can choose to establish a relationship. You could also, if you want to go ahead and just establish like needs and everything,
You can do that.
you can do that as well.
Okay. I'd like to stick with what we got going on at the moment. So what is everyone?
So for me and Johnny, we're business, so that we could be partners.
Dude, no, I want this one already. This is the best. Okay, so this is the last one that happened. Johnny and Jordan, business.
Yes.
Okay, is your relationship. I would like to take a 4 for this one. Secretly unemployed. You guys are in business together, being unemployed.
Fair enough.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I have a scam where we can round off the bank transactions to the nearest 1,000.
Oh, that's great too because secretly unemployed. Jordan's secretly unemployed, but he's in the homeowners association. Do you think he's skimming from the top?
I'm not saying anything. I plead the 5th because I don't know what my character is yet. So,
All right. It's on Jeff now.
Now
Jeff's
you-
making a decision.
you can also choose like a need for mine and our relationship.
Or you can define what the other relationships.
Or you can define another relationship.
I thought the need, object, and location was to a person, not a relationship.
Yeah, it is to one specific person.
Okay.
No, so we don't more of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because we need now index cards just
we
for
don't know
individual.
how many. Don't know how
Not
many.
per person. We're just gonna
Okay.
Just
pull
write
them
them
out
on
as
the
we need them.
sides. Is that what you're...
Good.
This is for relationships.
Okay, I've got a toss up between number 1 and number 4 for family.
Well, there's only
Oh,
one
yeah.
number 4.
What's number 1?
Number 1's amazing. Oh, dude, you got to do number 1.
All right, number 1, caregiver and invalid.
Awesome.
For your family relationship.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Hawking.
Right now.
Oh,
It's so good.
What was number 4 by out of curiosity?
Golden Child and Black Sheep.
Yeah.
That was the last one. Yeah.
That one would have been fun to do.
The invalid one. That's just gold right there.
It would have been switching us up because I want to play an angry goth chick.
Who doesn't?
oh my goodness.
You could be
much.
angry goth invalid.
Could be. That's a reason to be angry, too.
There goes your
Being
dog.
an invalid. So angry.
Unless I'm the caregiver.
That's an angry goth kid.
Yep. You're my grandma.
I understand you're trying to fill time, Jordan.
Great
but
space
No, I'm
filler.
just-
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I make noise when I think, which
All
is
that
really
translates to edit, 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 edit.
It also means that I make all sorts of weird noises on the phone with customers. So
But you're
So-
secretly
All
unemployed.
right, so what do we got?
yes. So we're going to go with sharing. Oh, there's still one number 4 left.
Uh-oh.
What? Whoa.
Well, secretly unemployed has already been taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. You have neighbors
Yes.
and sharing
The plan.
the plan.
I
And
want to know what our
homeowners.
plan is.
What is said plan?
Oh no,
boy.
you would.
What is this one?
Forbidden fruit.
I knew it.
Great.
You would.
Now.
Now, wouldn't it be?
Maybe we're in California and it's like Florida oranges.
Oh, yes. Don't touch that orange.
You know where I'm going with this, don't you, Jeff?
Yes, I
What
know
if it turns
exactly where
out
you're
that
going
if
with
she's the invalid?
Hey, you know what? What was ours? 1?
Yes.
Yeah, why do I feel like my character's going to end up falling for an invalid? Like, but that's wrong.
That's how this game is played.
So forbidden.
Okay. Let's see.
Especially if I'm still an angry goth teenager. No
In a
wonder it's
wheelchair.
forbidden. Well,
So, Carlin, how do you feel about a gothic Lolita?
Well, that was my thing back in the day.
should have worn more eye makeup.
Quick, someone get the Fallout Boy.
And the Spider-Man 3?
Yeah. Oh, and Johnny is in contemplation.
Contemplation.
All right. I'm taking 6 for the plan.
Oh, what is 6?
What is our plan?
Minions who want out.
Oh, we want out of something. All right. Is it the HOA?
I want out.
Could be.
Well, he wants out of HOA.
I don't know if I spelled that
1,
right.
2,
Neighbors.
3, and 5.
HOA.
You did.
Good.
Good job.
That's it. Neighbors and HOA.
Yeah.
Is there one for dog craps on lawn? Because
Why do you have to do it just because of your relationship with Johnny? For you and Jeff, it's going to be treasure and thief.
What number is
Number
that?
2.
oh, perfect.
Treasurer and thief.
And I think the unemployed one would probably be the theme.
All right, what's left?
Probably.
Neighbor, I believe.
Yeah.
Neighbors,
Okay.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, and 5 are your choices.
Oh, 2 easily. Neighbors at war.
Of course.
Yep.
Still, a card was played.
Treasurer and thief.
So that's a 2. Huh?
Now we got it.
All right. And now we move on to then
You can choose a need or an
needs,
object.
objects, and locations.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a
And then,
whole lot.
did we already explain these?
So what I can do is, if I want to choose like a need or an object or something like that, I have to choose a specific character. It's not
To
between.
give it to. Yes.
Yeah.
And they're responsible for bringing it
So,
in.
like, one time when we played, Jeremy gave me the object of the Shroud of Turin. So,
That was amazing.
that was an amazing game. That was like our first game, and I think we still have yet to best that one.
So there's enough dice left for everybody to have
One of those things.
of a need,
Location.
object, or location. So
But we could end up with somebody with 2 if we wanted,
Yeah.
depending on how it falls out.
Tables 11 through 18.
I think it would be fun to give everybody just one.
So what am I?
You've got 1,
just
3, 5, and 2 available.
Okay. Well, I don't know who the invalid is over there, so it's kind of.
Good luck. Can you assign these to yourself as well?
Yes.
Yeah, you can assign them to yourself.
I don't want to do that. What's the fun in that?
Sometimes.
Okay. Well, since there's a neighborly dispute between
two of us.
Jeremy and Johnny, I'm gonna give Johnny to get even. That. Oh wait, no, I might not be able to because there's not a number 6, is there?
No.
Oh,
There's no number
son
6.
of a- Yeah, I can't do that. Can't do it. I'll have to pick something else.
That's the thing about this game is that you force yourself into
Yeah, I
limitations.
know.
To get into, to get out, to get free, or something else.
Oh, okay. Actually,
It was a 6.
yeah. Oh, dang. Everything. I'm looking at only 6s. Everything good's on a 6.
Right.
Dang.
Well, next time, roll more 6s.
Okay.
Blame me,
so
yeah.
Let me go
are the
ahead.
GM.
I'm going to arbitrarily give to Jeremy's character a 3, which is for needs to get free.
Get free.
To get free.
Still, you could be the invalid or the caretaker in that same. With that
Yeah,
same need.
exactly.
That's a good point, actually, to pause for this special con edition. So we're going to be back tomorrow with more of this fiasco. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. The cast is Carlin, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, Jordan, and Stephanie. This podcast is released under our Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. Please feel free to share the podcast, but please do not modify it or attempt to gain financially from it. To find the show online, visit our site, bonethrowerstheater.com. Our Twitter feed is @bonethrowerstheater, and our email address is bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Join our social networks on Facebook and Google+. Podcast art was designed by Laura Tress and is used with her permission. Until next time, may the bones fall in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.